Baggedmilk, my
Sir.
friend. Okay, we're going to start with this. Okay, so what was the this day in history thing? That it was Gretzky.
Played his final game.
Played his final game in the NHL on this day back in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I went looking for some sort of connection musically, and I found one, and it was the Fine Young Cannibals. Okay, so we played Good Thing during the WTF. Do you know what the connection is between Wayne Gretzky and the Fine Young Cannibals?
Wayne Gretzky likes to eat human beings.
Wrong.
Oh, was I wrong? Oh. Yeah. No, I have no idea.
It was the musical guest when he hosted in 1989.
On Saturday Night Live.
On Saturday Night Live. I forgot he did Saturday Night Live.
I need to watch that episode.
Yeah, I'd love to know. I'd love to look back and see Wayne in some sketches.
Yeah. I remember when he did that.
Yeah?
I remember watching that on TV live. And now the only thing I can think about, I can't remember what he said, was, I can't remember anything specifically, just what it was 80s, like the way he was dressed was very, very 80s, and the hair, and
He's a stylish guy.
At the office, we've got a big poster on the wall of when Wayne Gretzky posed in Playgirl.
Oh, is he on the ice?
Yeah, he's on the ice in the tiny little shorts. Yeah, we got a big one on the wall. You got it, right?
TMI. You just said big one. Okay, now let's talk about something serious, okay? So last week when you were here, we talked about the Humboldt situation, the tragedy. We talked about the fact that the Oilers Nation had a T-shirt that they were selling that weekend after we heard the news. You guys kind of launched it really, really quickly, developed it. You sold thousands of them. Now, the guy that produces the shirts, or the company that produces the shirts, is shipping them to you guys, and there's an outside chance that we could use a couple of people, hopefully some locker room listeners, to fold and help package and get these things shipped out on time once you guys get your hands on them.
Yeah, so our supplier, Print Machine here in the city, we sold 7,000 shirts.
Wow.
So we're not Nike, right?
Yeah.
So
there's no kids working in the Nation office.
7,000 shirts is a lot of units to move. So on Tuesday, we're going to go to the Pint downtown, and we're going to have an event where we ship all these things out and make sure that the people that spent money get what they paid for. That's really important to us.
April 24th.
April 24th. So we're having a meeting actually at the Nation here right when I leave the station to kind of work out the logistics of how many people we need, who's going to help, who's going to do what kind of stations we're going to do. We're going to have some kind of assembly line. We're going to organize all the logistics of that. So
huge thank you to the Pint for offering up the space for it, right?
Yeah. It's to see what 7,000 shirts actually looks like.
It's probably a semi-truck full, right?
It's over 100 boxes of just shirts. So I will have details for you guys. I'll send you an email after we're done after we're done the meeting and kind of figuring out how many people we need. Honestly, after appearing here last week, we just got overwhelmed with requests of people wanting to help.
Cool.
And it's really nice to see the community kind of rally around it, and we really appreciate it. And we'll have more details about how you can help.
When you get those final details, like times and that kind of thing, send them to us, and then we'll promote it on here.
Beautiful.
I would recommend, because you're probably going to get bombarded with people wanting to help, is if I can recommend bringing up something in the meeting today, just maybe have a cap on how many people. Right?
Absolutely.
Right? Because you might get more than you actually need, and then people are just sort of standing there doing nothing.
100%.
Right? Yeah. So anyway, keep us posted on that.
Absolutely.
We also had a conversation today on the locker room topic of the day, which we do in the 7 every day. It was a long winter.
It's still winter.
It's still winter, yeah.
It's fourth winter.
And I don't like to complain about the winter because we kind of chose to live here, and I do like Edmonton. This city's been great for me and my family and my career, and I love it here. It's my home. But I had more than a couple of conversations, especially in the last couple of weeks, about if I could get my ass out of here, where would I go? So where would you go?
I spent 2 years of my life backpacking. I lived in Australia for a year. I lived in Southeast Asia for a year, and I missed all of the winters.
Yeah.
And so I would go back to the beach life, I think. I would go back to Southeast Asia and figure out a little tiki bar or something and set up shop on the beach and just be nicely toasted 24/7.
You know what I want to do? When we went to Jamaica, we had to drive this mountain road, and there was like little bars set up that were like room for 2 bar stools, and that was it. Someday you guys are going to come to Jamaica, and I'll be running.
That's good living.
Tiny little shed.
We're at Grand.
Call it a bar.
No idea. He's in Jamaica, I think. So was there a spot in your travels that you remember specifically in the world that you would go back to in a heartbeat?
We spoke about 1999. I'm pretty sure the movie The Beach came out in that year.
Yeah.
With Leonardo DiCaprio. That movie was filmed on a place called Phi Phi in Thailand. And that's where I spent the majority of my time when I was there.
Okay.
And the island is beautiful. It's a postcard every single day.
Wow.
So I would go back there in an instant.
Probably cheap milk too. Going to pee-pee.
Super cheap.
All right. Keep us posted on the Humboldt Day, okay?
Thanks, buddy.
By the way, if anybody's writing that down, it is next Tuesday, April 24th.
Wait, when was your last can of Beets as well?
2.5 weeks ago. I just actually looked this morning. Yeah, 2.5 weeks ago since the last can of Beets, and it's nice not to wake up with just a rumbling in the stomach that is just upsetting.
Lots of fiber in those things, right? You must have had a good pooper going for the season, no?
You could set your watch to it.